Are you just relaxing in the grass?
So as you can hopefully see, I've just done another layer of strimming across the garden. It had gotten overgrown again, but actually it took like probably 20 minutes to do this because it was just kind of cutting the tops. So that was nice. I got it on one set of batteries. We do still need to do all out here, which I might start now, and then over there has gotten very overgrown as well. So let me show you. It's very overgrown, so I'm just going to cut that back now. By no means is it perfect, but it's definitely better than what it was a few minutes ago. Now, hopefully you can see from where Mari is walking, oh, she's pooping, that the grass is a lot shorter now, which is great. Hi again. Markin's going mad. It's just gone, oh my god, I got grass all over me. It's just gone 6. Bunny's out, Morrigan's out. We're all just sitting outside. It's still warm, but still muggy. It was raining a little bit. It's still Friday. Haven't got a lot done today, but we did get the grass cut, which is brilliant. And now we're just kind of chilling. We're gonna have dinner in a few minutes, but for a Friday, we haven't done a lot at the house. But we're not normally here on a Friday, so I feel like that's okay to have not done too much, so can't complain. We've never been up this way before. There's a nice house there to the left. Very nice house. Old, but very cute. And then there's an old house. Hang on, Mari, can you sit? There's an old house that's just looking for someone to give it a bit of love, isn't it? Oh, it smells like cow up here or something. Hopefully we'll see some animals. We've never come up this way before, so... Oh my god, I think I see an animal. I see one already. Oh, there's lots of moo-moos. It's a cow, honey. Oh my god, there's a cow over there too. Look. There's a cow there. Look, it's a cow. We have found way more cows. Morgan's not impressed. She's like, no, mummy. Oh, we should have walked up this way before. It's so much better for cows. Did you see little cows? I'd say now the neighbours think I'm absolutely nuts. No one has stopped me to ask me what the F I'm doing staring at their cows, but I'd say now if they saw me out the window, they'd be like, what are you doing? Anyway, and we're going up to the local town. Look at this, it's just so beautiful. I really love where I live. I'm very excited. Well, I don't live here yet, but you know what I mean. There's 2 big towns, kind of equal distance drive away, about 5 minutes, but there is a kind of small little village that would be like my local parish, and that is only, I think, 1 or 2 kilometre walk away. So that's where we're walking to. If you happen to recognise it, just don't say. I'm sure there's no scary people on watching these videos, but just in case. But look at this. This is just... We're thriving. Some more cows. This is just so pretty. So this is the church that plays mass out loud. You can see the two speakers there. Good morning and welcome back to Saturday at Morgan's Cottage. It is kind of an overcast day today. I don't think we're supposed to get rain, but you never know. It always rains here. But it is nice enough at the moment. It's not cold, which I suppose that's all you can really ask for. It's pretty early. It's about 9 a.m. And we're kind of just getting up and getting ready to go for the day. We left Dublin pretty early and now we're down, and it's just trying to figure out what we want to do for the day. So a couple different bits happening. I believe my dad and my sister are coming down. My dad is going to cut down the trees that have fallen, and maybe kill a few spiders that are kind of knocking about. And then my sister Eve might do some painting because that's all she wants to do. There's nowhere that really needs to be painted, but maybe I could get her into the study and she can start painting in there, just white. I have a couple areas of grass to trim. Surprise, surprise. So that needs to get done. So we are going to cut as much as we can over in this sort of area, just so that it's easier for my dad to get access to the trees. So we're going to cut in around here, and I might even go into the dump pile because when he's here I'd feel a bit more comfortable emptying that out. So we'll see how we get on. So we're just outside the property wall, but technically still on our property, and I'm just cutting this long grass here because this is a good area for someone to park until I get the driveway sorted. So I've cut back this much so far, and I just have to do here and then just around the corner. Alrighty. Just to show you the finished cutting project. Looks so much better now. In a change from cutting the grass, I'm gonna start maybe scraping some of the old paint off the wall because I'd actually like to get painting that. And I know that that's not like a priority, that's not a top priority thing to do, but I'd like to start making the outside look a little bit nicer, and the wall looks really bad. I'll show you some videos of it now. I'll bring it outside and you can take a little look with me, but the wall is in quite bad condition. So I'd like to start getting the old paint scraped off because it's coming off as it is. Now the wall actually isn't in the best condition. I think parts of the wall are going to have to be replaced or like some more render put on them. I don't really know. I'm not an expert on walls. I'll show you, and then if anyone knows much about walls, you can let me know what your suggestion is. When we got the survey done for the house, the guy that did the survey said that the wall was leaning, so he was like, it might need to come down and a new one put up, and I really don't want to have to do that. So it's still standing right now, so I thought maybe I could get it looking a little bit prettier, but sure, I'll bring you outside and we'll have a look. To throw the ball. Ready? Go! Good job. She's the best girl. So this is the wall in all its glory. It's got the little horse heads at the top, which I think we'll keep. But as you can see, the old paint is coming off. Go! She is so fast. But also, I think the render is too. So, any experts on what needs to be done here to repair where like this plastic bit is now starting to come through. But yeah, as you can see, the wall it's got the paint crumbling. So I would just like to start chipping away at that paint. And I'd like it to be white. So my plan kind of is all of this part of the wall white, and then maybe all the pillars blue. And then at this wall over here, I'll bring you over to it. So obviously all this grass needs to be cut back. This is supposed to be the driveway, but obviously it's overgrown. There's bits of crap everywhere. This is the well, so we need to be careful around here. I don't know why it's lifted like this. So the plan is that we'd have all this white and then the tops a light blue, and it'll match the colour that the house will eventually be painted, where the house will be all white, and then kind of around the windows will be a light blue, and then down along the bottom will be a light blue, and the sides will be a light blue. So that's kind of the plan for the house exterior. Eventually, and I don't know how we're going to do it, but ideally, so this is the old part of the house. You can see where this would have naturally come down here like this. So all to like about there to the front is like stone underneath the concrete, and then everything kind of here onwards would be concrete brick. So what I'd like to do is have the front of the house and like all along the front brought back to the original render of stone, and then kind of whitewash, lime paint it white potentially, or leave the stone exposed. I haven't decided. And then the back part of the house will be painted white and blue, because that's obviously concrete and I don't want the concrete showing. Gates I think will need to be replaced because they're so like rusted. I'm not sure they can be saved. There's big holes in them. So we will need new gates. You stay there a sec, sweetie. Stay there. But yeah, here's all the grass I cut. But yeah, all out here. Get this old paint kind of scraped off as much as possible. And then maybe we can start painting it white and making it look pretty. But that's kind of the plan. So we might get out and do that today. Seems like it's raining a tiny little bit, but it's hard to tell. Bring you over to the front of the house now. So this is the front of the house, obviously. And again, plan is to probably bring it back to the stone, but maybe for the next year or so, it's probably going to just be as it is. So I'd like to get painting it and have this like light blue and light blue in here. The rest white. We'll paint this light blue. You wait there a sec. Good girl. Just to bring you over to here. So some of the paint has already started coming off. And my question is this concrete block or is it fake? Because it kind of looks fake, and like they've put the lines in, like it's concrete render and they've put the lines in to kind of make it look like a block. But I don't know. All this will need to come off anyway. So let me know. Probably shouldn't be taking it off yet, but it'd be good to see the state of whatever's underneath. And then obviously you can see the windowsill here. This is peeling. I'd probably like to get all this peeled off. And then maybe even today go to the hardware store and get some outdoor paint. These screws here, I'm pretty sure are coming down from the roof. So that's obviously not ideal, but I'd love to get the new front door as soon as possible, but we'll see. And then that's obviously, that goes into the bathroom. And ideally, what we would do is have sliding sash windows here eventually. But it's not a right now thing. So I think what I'm going to do is get my scraper and start scraping this back because it looks so bad. What do you think, honey? Does that sound like a plan? Okay. Oh, you look majestic. Hi. You are so adorable. You look at mommy. So we've made a decent start on the wall. It definitely looks a little bit better, I think. Because now the paint, I mean, it's peeling off still, but it's not as like crumbly as it was. But we're going to take a little break and we're going to have some lunch, isn't that right? Are you hungry? Okay, let's go. Okay, so we're doing the grass over here now as best we can. It's quite long. Mari and Bunny are kind of just chilling outside. Alrighty, so the first row done. Just have to do all of that now. And all over there. And all way back there. But the focus is if we can get just this kind of area here done. And then ideally I'd like to get in there done tomorrow. And then start going further out. Now not the fields, but just this kind of area. So we'll see. Morgan's not impressed I'm not playing with her. Here is a little update of where we are now. Slowly getting there. Bunny is still over there eating grass. She's gonna make herself sick, which is just lovely for me. Mari's like, hello. But here's where we're at. We have this big chunk here to do, so we'll see how that goes. So it's not perfect, but it's definitely better. And I went all the way over to kind of here. You can see how long it is there. So I think the batteries are almost done. So we're gonna get this little patch here, and then maybe just get this little patch here, and then this field is at least done. Now, hopefully, you're able to see how much better it looks along here. And you can actually see Morgan standing in the grass. Did you get a piece of grass in your mouth? So this is the area we've done so far. Gonna get this ball. Good job. Good morning. Welcome back to Morgan's cottage. Today is Sunday. I think it's the 5th of May. We just got down to the cottage. It's about 10 a.m. Cloudy over this way, but hopefully the blue skies come back so that we can get some work outside done. I've got the girls here with me again today, and I think what we're going to do now is pick a spot to put the strawberries and get those planted out today, because they're ready to go out. So yeah, let's get on that. There's Morgan in the background. Mari? Mommy's over here. So we're just getting the strawberry patch ready, which I'll show you in a sec, but I went to get my rake and I fell over and I went flat on my face. I've got a little cut. No cuts here, thankfully, but Jesus, it was on the rocks over there. So we're just sitting for a minute. I work with a nurse, and she always says the best thing to do when you've had a fall is to just sit for a couple of minutes, get your bearings. What a stupid fall. I tripped over my own feet. But happy Sunday. I'm fine. But I scraped my little hand. But in about 2 minutes, we're going to get back up and I'm going to bring you over to where we're going to plant the strawberries. I was having a bit of a hard time deciding where I wanted them to go. The problem is that I don't know what I'm planting where in the garden right now, and then next year I might want to move things around. But things like strawberries, if they come back, it just feels like a lot of pressure to get the placing right. So we only have 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 12 little strawberry plants. It says to space them about 25 centimeters apart. So I'm going to do 2 rows of 6, and then hopefully that'll be enough. And then what I also want to try to do is get some onions planted, but we need a lot more soil and compost, so we're going to have to go to the shopper. But yeah, so that's what we're doing at the moment. We're just sitting after taking a little tumble. I really bounced down. It was quite funny. I'm glad no one saw. But yeah, that's what we're doing. I can hear the neighbour out and about, moving. Maybe horses or cows or something, but yeah, we're just working away. So I'm just clearing this patch, and we're not digging in it, we're just kind of taking the top layer off, because this is the old washing line and there's a bunch of like pegs hidden in the ground. Let me show you one that I've pulled up just a second ago. So we're literally just scraping the top layer off. Also, it's hard to tell in the video, but the ground goes down, so I want to just scrape the first layer off, and then I'll maybe build it back up a little bit on this side, and we'll put cardboard down and then cut holes where the strawberries are going to be planted. And then for now the strawberries will just sit on the cardboard, and I will get straw shortly, but I just don't have it today. So anyway, that's what we're doing at the moment. This patch here is going to be strawberries, and then I'm going to get this hopefully done in a little bit. I just have to remove all the grass, and then we'll put the cardboard down, and then put some dirt and compost down, and then hopefully we'll plant some onions in there. But we'll see how we get going. To give you a little update on the patatas. So they're looking really good. Obviously there's some weeding to do in here and some weeding to pull back. But the potatoes at the moment are where they're growing really well. So potato, 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 little potato, little potato, little potato, 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 weeds. So we'll get rid of the weeds. We'll cut that back now. Obviously we haven't done anything with this one yet, but maybe we might get to that today. And then this one over here, you can see the spinach is still just about alive, but something is eating it. But the lettuce is gone. It's as if it never existed. So I don't know where that's gone. But we might plant some seeds in there today, or we might put something else in there. We'll see. But this is where we're at. This is going to be a new bed. Like I said, just need to clear the grass underneath and then get the dirt brought over. But we're working on the strawberries at the moment, so that's where we're at. So here is the layout of where the strawberries are going to go. So I'm going to mark it out now and then get them planted. Bonnie is very much so one with nature at the moment. Yappy bunny. Where's like, what about me? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Looks like I'm making an absolute dog's dinner of it, but hopefully there'll be a little bit of method in the madness. We'll see. And the girlies, a rare appearance of the sun there for a sec. Oh, there's Mari. And Bonnie's still just chilling in her little sunny spot. Happy as can be. Oh, there goes the sun again. It's really nice when it comes out, but big clouds may not be out again. So all my little holes are dug in this area, and now I'm just going to further dig and then we're going to plant. So fingers crossed it goes successfully. Hi, I'm after finding this big whack of concrete in here, which obviously isn't ideal for my strawberry patch. So we're going to lift that out and then hopefully there's nothing else hiding in there. But I need to go find my work gloves. So it's now 12 and we've been at this bloody strawberry patch all morning. I feel like maybe I just did this a harder way than it needed to be, but I was trying to utilise the soil that's already in the ground over there because that's where they used to keep their manure, so like the soil's really good quality. So it made sense to try use kind of as close to the ground layer and save on compost as possible, but I feel like I just made harder work for myself because there's just stone everywhere. And you think, oh, I got dirt on my face. Oh, more dirt on my face. You think you reach like where you want to be and then it just hasn't happened. So a bit tired now, but the strawberries are about to go in. So I'll show you what we're doing and then that's the strawberries done, thank God, because I'm tired of looking at them. So my no dig bed has somehow turned into very much so a dig bed. We started pulling out chunks of concrete and rock, which is very annoying, but we also found this. It's all rusty, it's quite heavy. I don't know what it is. Could just be a rock, I suppose, but just doesn't feel the same as everything else, and it looks like it's kind of cut to a specific shape. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, you guys were lying beside each other. It was cute. Okay, let me show you where we are. Strawberries are planted. Not in the way we had envisioned, but this is how they got done. So what I'm going to do next is just pour some more compost onto the potatoes, and then I'm going to cut the grass under there, and I'm going to put some big rocks on it, and then we're going to call this a little bit of a break here in the garden because I'm tired now. It's like 1 o'clock. We've been doing this for like 4 hours and it doesn't look any better. Sun comes out a little bit, but overall it's overcast, so tired now. Good girls, nearly done. That took a lot of work. More than I wanted it to take. So, strawberries are in. Recomposted potatoes. Now I just need to cut under here and just maybe trim up along the edges around here. And then we're going to call it a day in the garden, I think. It's been some work today, but the place looks like a bit of a tip. So the final thing on the agenda today is to get some of this cut back. It's very long. I'm not going to get to all of it, but at least if I get it started. And then next time we can do all over there and get that done. It's not raining yet, but the clouds are looking gloomy. So we're gonna get this bit done here, hopefully. And then we're calling it quits and we're gonna go home. I'm wrecked. Just wrecked. Here's the compost. I'm gonna mix it up a bit, make the browns a little bit smaller, but that looks good. So it probably doesn't look any better. But we've taken up quite a chunk. And this grass is actually a lot longer than it looks because when you step down, there's a big kind of, you step way down into it. So it's very, very tall, dense, brushy. Like over there, some of that's taller almost as me. So if we step here, so it comes up to nearly the top of my leg. So anyway, I've had enough. I'm tired. But that's what we did. So it's just coming up to the end of the day here now, and I think we're going to call it a day. It's just about 4 o'clock on Sunday. My dad and my sister never ended up coming down. The lawnmower wasn't ready. We just bought it Friday and it was supposed to be ready for pickup yesterday and it wasn't. And then it was supposed to be ready pickup first thing this morning and then it wasn't. So maybe he'll come down next weekend instead. We got some Trojan work done across the days. I'm not sure what I'll be putting in which video. Not a lot of cottage work done, but I think to kind of save you guys from thinking there'll be cottage work every week, there won't be. We're kind of at a point now with the cottage that like I'm kind of demoing some of the walls, but there's nothing for me to really fix up at the moment because we're waiting to get the grant application in. I can't remember if I said in a previous video, but the guy from the ESB, Alan, he was fantastic, really nice guy. He's actually a local. He is from just up the road, but he's from England. Anyway, very, very good guy. And we were just chit-chatting while he was doing the work, and he said that he has a friend out here that's a builder and he's really, really good. And actually, he gave me the number, and it's for a guy in a building company that I was planning on contacting anyway because the reviews were all really good. So I'm going to get on to him and see if he can come out the week of the 22nd, hopefully, fingers crossed, because I happen to be off that week, so I can come during kind of the work week if needed. And then once we get him in and the quotes for the windows and the doors back, then we'll be able to submit the grant. So we should have the grant application submitted by the end of this month. And then hopefully they come out quite quickly. It could be anything up to 8 weeks. So if it's the start of January, so it could be start of June. It could be end of June, end of July into August, but hopefully not, because we would like to get the work started before the end of the summer, at least the heating and the electrics. But yeah, there was a couple of things I was hoping to get done today, and I'm out of steam now. I worked too hard, I think, this weekend. So next weekend when I'm back down, what I'll get done is like a cottage tour with an update of what we're planning on doing, and then also a land tour, because there's a lot of land, so big tour needed. But I'll show you now just what we got done today. So while it probably doesn't look much better, you can kind of see the boundary of what we got cut this weekend. And bear in mind, this was all like that length. So we got quite a bit cut along here. We got the grass cut again for the main garden. Now it's still quite long, but the plan is then next weekend we'll be down once and for all with the lawnmower, and we can start getting this kept as like a nice garden. And then over here, obviously it's still kind of growing upwards, but we did Trojan work. We got the strawberries out, and well, that's actually all we did. But yeah, so that's the update for this weekend. I'll bring you over to the lilac tree, because I feel like the lilac tree is in everyone's heart. Oh, we should be calling it lilac cottage or something. Now, I don't know if this is normal, but there's spiders everywhere outside, like everywhere. And maybe that's normal for the countryside, but I don't think I've ever seen so many spiders in my life. But let me bring it over here to our lovely lilac tree. Oh, there's a tractor coming around the corner.